Hi, my name is Nolan Walley with Sneak Peek, and we're here on the opening night red carpet for Fantastic Fest, showing The Toxic Avenger.
Hey.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Macon.
I'm Nolan. We're with Sneak Peek. We're another UT organization.
Oh, cool.
First question I have for you. This is a really big franchise. This is the 5th movie. There's the animated TV show. There's the comic books. There's the musical. There's the video game.
I saw that musical in New York. It was fantastic. It was really, really, good tunes. It was dynamite.
I'd expect so with this.
Cut you off.
What do you think out of all those is your favorite?
The original. I mean, it's hard to say if my favorite as being the best or worst. That they're all kind of different things. But the first one that I saw was the one that got fused into my brain, and it really rewired my brain in a fundamental way. Everything else was fun, and I followed it, and I would. When they tell me there's a musical coming out, of course I'm going to go see that. I was getting the comic books, and I loved keeping up with it. But seeing that first one, chasing that high of seeing what they're driving over the kid's head, what are you doing? That was something that stayed with me, and so I kept that close.
Keeping what you have in mind about the effects, this series is full of all these cool effects. What did you try to bring into this one that's similar? And did you have any problems trying to execute these effects?
I mean, there's always sort of things never work the way you hope they will, and you've got to come up with alternate solutions. I did try to lean into the practical stuff as much as possible. Toxie is an actor in a suit. As opposed to doing a CGI creation. It just kind of felt again, that's what people would want and expect from this kind of thing. There's definitely a lot of digital stuff in there because it's a great tool and it saved us in a lot of ways, but as much as possible and whenever possible, we tried to prioritize practical effects, prosthetics, slime, all that kind of thing. That was just something that sort of came from the original that I don't think anybody was interested in a 20-foot Toxie that looks like Thanos or something. It's sort of it's got to be a dude in a suit, So that was the lead we took.
Yeah. Speaking of that kind of goes into my third question.
Yeah.
What do you think makes Toxie stand out from a lot of the superheroes right now?
I think because he really, I guess this might be true of some of the other ones, but he really doesn't want to be it's terrible. He's turned into a Frankenstein freak, and he's ostracized from society. So he's sort of forced into being a force for good or whatever, but it's the last thing in the world he wants. And it's not that he's honorable or he's I'm seeking a higher good. It's he kind of is dragged into this kicking and screaming, and there's something relatable about that. Nobody really wants to be Captain America. It seems like too much work, and so he's kind of, and this is the last thing I wanted to happen to me. So it's more about him solving the problem of having turned into this powerful figure rather than check me out, this is rock and roll, So.
Last question I have. I know that you were doing student films when you were at VCU. We're with UT, and a lot of film majors are actually watching us. What do you think is some good advice for them if they want to get into a career path like you?
Diversify what you're getting into. If you're interested in cameras, also get into writing. If you're interested in acting, also get into directing. Try and put as many eggs in as many different baskets as you can, because you don't know what's going to land and what's not going to. And you also maybe don't know what you really what you dig, what you're into. And so being able to spread out and not just have one narrow focus has served me well, I think, I hope. As sort of choosing a lot of different things like that. And the other thing is surround yourself with good, honorable, smart people, preferably smarter than I am or whoever the person is we're talking about. Seek out the people that are wise and hang out with them, and just sort of having that community around you is really the whole thing. Having that support system, because it can be hard all by yourself. You got to have some buds to back you up.
Okay, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
On. It was nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Say hi, Dad.